town.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I had a great one. Cage and I were talking. He had a great one. He's doing great. He's feeling great. He's tired of telling everybody. I don't want to say tired, but keeps repeating himself. So I'm going to tell everybody he's awesome. He's doing great. He's feeling fine. Fine as wine. So
thank you, Ed.
No
Hey,
problem. Hey, we got Wayne in here, Lisa in here. Hey, Bocce. Mud Digger's in here. Daryl's in here. How you doing, Daryl? Thank you for stopping in, brother. VA lady, how you doing tonight? I hope everybody, like I said, had a great weekend. Weather's been awesome here, so almost spilled our coffee. Weather's been great here, so I've been getting a lot of stuff done. Of course, today I spent most of the time in the house cleaning, doing just housework and stuff, laundry and cleaning up stuff. And
Making a metal bender.
Yeah, I made a metal bender. That was last week, though. Hey, Lisa. I just posted it today.
So what was the holdup?
I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
I post whenever get something done.
Consistency, man, consistency. Hey, little Joe, what's happening? Thank you for stopping in.
Hey, Daryl, Lisa, little Joe, T-Joe, in French, T-Joe, Dan.
Reading Lisa's comment about second round of coffee. I actually did that last night. I was on Tom Dolby's live stream. I made a pot of coffee right before I went up on his panel, or went on his live stream there and chat, and went to get a cup of coffee, and there was just a big pot of hot water. So,
would you forget to put the coffee in the maker?
Yeah.
Hey, Mater, there's Mud Digger.
What's up, Mud Digger?
What's up there, gents?
Hey.
Hi. Oh, I'm walking back to the house from going to check out our new place. Four bedroom apartment, 1.5 bath, $900 a month. Sewer, trash, and water included. So all I need to do is pay for cable and electric.
Awesome.
You gotta have a good job to pay that kind of rent, man.
Well, my wife actually makes $18.50 and works 80+ hours a week at Walmart.
Okay.
and I work part-time, and I make about $600 a week myself. So,
hey, that's not bad for part-time.
Yeah, well, you got to know your worth and things. Yeah. And I'm tired of people taking advantage of me. But there's a bonus to this building. There's a commercial spot right underneath the apartment that they're renting for $700 a month, and it's got a 850 square foot warehouse space attached to it, 2 small storage room, a front room, and a bathroom.
Instant shop.
Yep, instant shop. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah,
that's not bad for a shop commercial. Deal like $700. That's cheap for what they got to offer.
Oh yeah, and it's right underneath where we're going to be living at. So
cool deal.
Cool. So hopefully all this will plan out in the next couple of weeks.
Hey,
get my shit back from you.
Yep. What's up, Cajun?
You see it.
Yeah, I hope that works out for you, man.
Yeah, so do I, man. Because I'll tell you what, I miss wrenching on my fucking bikes. I miss riding my bikes. Can't exactly do that when all that shit's in storage.
What kind of bikes you got?
I got a Baja Warrior, and I got a mini chopper frame that I'm turning into a trike.
Okay. Well, I've got I've got 2 wheels and I got a 3-wheeler myself.
Yeah, buddy.
You don't metal detect, do you? Mud digger?
Huh?
I'll say for me, mine's on the street.
Do you metal detect?
All right. What did you just say? Because you were just getting broken up.
Do you do any metal detecting?
As of right now, no. But in the area that I'm living at, I might take that up as another hobby.
Okay.
Because I'm nestled in right by the Appalachian Mountains.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was gonna say that for me, my 2 both mine, they're both street legal.
Yeah, neither one of mine are street legal.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 Harleys.
Oh, well, these are mini bikes. They're not full-on motorcycles.
I'll stick to my 4 wheels.
Good. At this point, I'll stick to any fucking wheels. You know, like it's
Hey,
been.
I'm happy with 2, 3, or 4.
Shit, it's been 4 fucking months, 5 months, if not longer, since I moved all that shit to storage. And since we moved from North Carolina up here to Maryland.
Yeah. Bocce said the rent for the apartment and the shop is still cheaper than what her house rent is. In
Oh, yeah.
Texas.
Oh, yeah, that's how it is up in Massachusetts, man. When we moved up to, like, we went from North Carolina to Massachusetts for a week trying to find a spot in Mass. And we couldn't find a 2-bedroom apartment for under $2,700 a month. So, I mean, we've been down here now for about 4 months now, and I had somebody running me around on a place for about 3 months now. You know, promising me all this other bullshit. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna move them out. You're gonna move in. Well, here it is, 3 months fucking later now, and there's still no fucking word on the place. So they can fuck off.
Hey, backward boys.
Hello, Missy. I was in the right place at the right time when I bought my house. You know, my mortgage is under $600 a month, and that includes my insurance and income or my taxes. And you know, I was in the right place at the right time.
That's how my house note is. Insurance and junkyard.
Hey, junkyard.
Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
Well, not the sun that went down.
Yeah.
Hey, Mud Digger, haven't seen you in a long, long, long time.
I've been very busy, man. I've been very busy. Got so much shit going on in my life right now. Man, it's been a fucking goddamn whirlwind. But we're trying to get ourselves situated and, you know, get everything else taken care of one day at a time, right?
Yep. Hey, Missy, Lisa Ann, junkyard, Mater. Pay attention, Mater.
Yeah, I can't pay attention. I ain't got no money.
I can loan you a nickel.
That won't get me very far.
No, I'm
About
so
as far
poor.
as it'll get me.
A wooden nickel.
Yeah. Are you kidding me, guys? I'm so fucking poor, I can't even pay attention.
That's what I was saying.
Hey.
Hanson, how you doing, bud?
Happening, Danson. Danson said he did a Google search for a bunch of people having fun or talking and having fun, and it sent him here. That's awesome.
Sounds like somebody's trying to polish the knob a little bit.
No, really? Why would you say that?
Because I'm an asshole.
Respect hello for the host.
Stroke my ego all you want. Yeah, in other words, hey, so in other words, if I wanted to say, hey, I wanted to hear a fart, I'd be hearing from you.
Well, see, that's a possibility because I have been a little shitty today. So, who knows?
Yes, I'm paying attention. I'm just trying to move some stuff that's right there. So that right there is where I'm fixing to put my little diesel heater.
You're in Texas. You don't need no heater.
Yeah, soon.
Every now and then we do.
He may not need it, but he wants it, and that's what matters.
It gets pretty cool up there by Dallas. Every now and then. Remember last year, all of the snows and the cold, icy weather they had when the grid shut down just about?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time all of Texas was under a winter weather warning.
Yeah.
The entire state.
Louisiana, too, was under a freeze warning. The whole state was under a freeze warning. That's rare, the whole state being under a freeze warning.
Yeah, that's just kind of
We
crazy.
had frost this morning, and yesterday morning, and the day before.
And if
we had frost this morning. It was 35 degrees out when I went outside for a cigarette.
Yeah, but you're in Massachusetts now, right?
No, I'm in Maryland.
Well, okay, that's not too far. But yeah. Oh damn, junkyard got 2.25 inches of rain in 2 days. Yeah. Sometimes it rains so much down here that my front door, and it's a solid door, will be hard to open at times. About once or twice a year that happens. The wood swells up, from the door jamb, whatever. The wood is swell. It's all painted and all that stuff, but it just so much of it swells a little bit. You gotta jerk on the knob a little bit to get it on.
Hey, when was the last time you seen one of these?
Fanta? Oh, a bottle of Fanta like that? A long time.
And it says on there, return for deposit.
Yeah, I was fixing to say that's a deposit bottle. That sucker's that thick bottle glass.
And
you hit somebody with that, you're going to give them an Excedrin headache.
Yeah, same way with this Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had frost here the last 3 or 4 days.
I'll tell you what, guys, I got my ass fucking spoiled when I was in North Carolina. For the fucking last 6 years, I got used to that almost no winter shit. Fuck that bullshit, bro. I'll come out here now on fucking 30-something fucking degrees, man. I gotta wear 2 hoodies, a coat, fucking a pair of pants.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rain the fuck over.
But if everybody didn't know, Brandon, BS Small Engines, is back. He changed his channel name back to BS Small Engines, and he will be doing his Small Engines Saturday night, every other Saturday night. It was last night, so in 2 weeks, he'll be back doing it again. He don't know. The next 2 weeks will be around Thanksgiving, so he don't know what he'll do around then. But he is back, and I was actually on his panel last night and had a really good time.
Did you?
He's got good internet connection now. So yeah, he's.
Hey, what Brandon was that?
What's that?
What Brandon was that? Because I know a few Brandons that've got YouTube channels.
BS Small Engines.
BS Small Engines. Yeah, I think I'm subscribed to him.
Yeah, well, 2 weeks from now, it's going to be a week before Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving shouldn't interfere with his live stream.
Right.
I went on a shopping trip this morning, Ed.
What'd you get?
I came home with a Lincoln Pro MiG 180.
I'll be back, guys.
All right.
And I only bought it because of one reason.
Why is that?
I was messing around the other night on the Lowe's thing, and I hit the button there for a Lowe's credit card, and believe it or not, it actually gave me one.
Stupid guys.
So what do you got? What kind of cobalt tools you gonna be buying now, Jeff?
I ain't buying nothing Cobalt.
Why not? They're the best out there. They're better than Milwaukee, Makita, DeWalt. Project Farms even put the video out today saying the Cobalt chainsaw was the best.
Well, when I see it from my good friend CP the Tool Addict, then I'll believe it.
Don't mention that word around me. I don't need to get sick.
Oh, now.
Hey, now that's enough. No bashing other channels or anything.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that, though. It came back. It says, congratulations, you're approved. And it gave me a $7,075 credit limit. It's like, well, I don't think I'm going to use that. That's for darn sure.
How much credit?
$7,075.
No. Need to adopt a new son?
Yeah, as long as he comes with his own checkbook.
His own child support payment.
Yeah.
I'll forgive you your back child support. I'll forgive that.
Oh, gee, you're all right.
Yeah, I did the thing for Harbor Freight, and they offered me like $250. I'm like,
$250. That's
Harbor
a drug.
Freight is boosting me up too. I went from $1,500 up to $2,500. But then they really pissed me off tonight and the other day.
what would they do now?
Well, I had that one cabinet I wanted to buy for the end of my box,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked if I could get like two extra drawers for it, so it's three. And you're right, it is one drawer in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But I finally got through the parts number that she gave me the paper for. And the guy's like, well, hold on, that's going to be special ordered. Let me look it up. And about 2 minutes later, he says, well, they're $14.98 each. I was like, well, that's not bad. He's like, well, you got to pay for them up front. I was like, oh, here we go. And he says, it's a 15-week delivery.
Wow.
That's why I told him, I says, dude, if I'm going to order something like that and pay you up front, that thing better be here tomorrow.
And what it was for two drawers or?
2 shelves, adjustable shelves.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 drawers for that end locker. Like
oh, it's one drawer. It's one drawer. I was looking at the thing today.
Yeah, but you said, but it's the same. That's that end locker that I've got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas goose.
Well, I went back today and I said, you know what? Maybe I'll just take it anyways. I ain't gonna worry about it. So he's like, I took the paper, I went up there, and he's like, well, let me go see what we got. He comes back about 10 minutes later. He's like, I only got a blue one. I said, well, I want a blue one. I want the red one. He says, well, I don't have a red one. He says, I can order it for you. He says, it'll be here in about 2 weeks. And I said to myself, I already know the deal of that. It's $95 shipping.
Yeah.
The Lisa is called petimony.
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 So I got a question for the small engine guys here.
Hey, Reagan.
So I've already made the decision on the power plant that I want to go with in the Baja Warrior, and that's going to be the 212 Ghost motor. I'm going to hook that up a little bit and throw a nice Juggernaut driver on it and everything for the bike. My thing is the chopper trike bike that I'm building. I've got 2 options that I want to go with for power plants. One is the new 459 Predator motor from Harbor Freight. which I had the 420, and the 420 was a fucking animal. Or I want to go with a snowmobile motor just for the sound quality of it. I don't know which one to go with, whether I go with the snowmobile motor or if I go with a brand new 459.
Well,
Is the snowmobile motor 2-stroke or 4-stroke?
It wouldn't matter, either or.
Well, I would say go with the brand new motor, because I don't like 2-strokes.
Yeah.
They sound great, but for off-road endurance and stuff like that, unless you're mixing your fuels and doing due diligence on the reeds and everything else, they're a pain in the ass. My opinion.
Yeah, and then you got to think about mounting that motor on a mini bike or whatever you want to put it on, and that's all custom.
Well, it's all custom anyways, because the chopper bike that I have, I think I've got it up as a picture on my channel here for the profile picture. I cut the rear half off of it. It looks like one of those old school Reaper choppers, those rigid frame Reaper choppers.
Mm-hmm.
And I cut the rear half off where the tire mounts up. And I have a rear half to a Baja Warrior that I want to mount up to the back of that bike, and then make the conversion to where I can use my old 1-inch axle off of my go-kart and put it on the back of that and make a trike out of it.
Live axle?
Yeah, live axle.
Solid. That means
yeah, solid axle. It came off so my first channel, Mud Digger 732. If y'all who know that channel know, I built a cart called the Hell Cart. It was an orange and black Ken Bar streaker cart that I had my 420 Hemi Predator on it. I actually still have the axle and the gear, the sprocket and the hubs from that specific cart left. That's the only thing I have left out that cart. And I'm going to use that as the axle for it.
We used to have live axles on our Mark 8 carts and our racing cart years ago.
Now, let me ask you this: are you wanting to get the that bigger engine just because it's the bigger CC, or are you looking at because for me, price wise, they've got that 224, and from what I've seen on that Ghost engine and everything, it's not worth the money. Because you could take, say, a 212 or that 224 and buy everything, and you can actually have a better engine at a lower cost.
Aside from going with the Ghost?
Yeah.
Okay, so I might do that then and go with the 224 then instead of the Ghost for the Baja.
Right. The 224, it's basically the same engine. Matter of fact, I've got one, and inside of it is actually stamped Ducar. So it's a Ducar block, which is supposed to be better, but yet you can get the same kind of aftermarket parts and everything for it, and build up that engine a lot cheaper and get more power and everything out of it compared to the Ghost engine right out of the box.
Okay.
I'll bet you that cartoon's older than you are, Ed.
Probably.
Yeah, because like I said, with the Baja, man, the Baja's got big old tires on it. It's got 20 by 9.5 by 8-inch tires off a 125 Teo Wheeler. So I put big old fat tires on it, and I want to make sure that I'll be able to move that fucking thing without a problem.
I mean, when I was at the Go Power Sports race last year, that 3-hour endurance race,
yeah,
guys, I mean, they're running around with like the Tilton 225, or they were taking a 212, and they were doing like a stage 2 or stage 3 mods and everything to it. And for what you can buy all those aftermarket parts, like the flywheel, the connecting rod, a dish, a flat top piston, it's going to come out cheaper than buying the Ghost straight off, out of the box.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then on top of that, on the Ghost engine, it doesn't even have a gas tank on it. Doesn't even have a exhaust. You have to buy all that.
Well, see, the gas tank I'm not worried about because the Baja Warrior's got an old ATV tank on it, and the chopper bike came with an actual bobber style gas tank that's fully functional.
Okay.
So the gas tanks ain't a big deal to me.
Right. Well, what I'm just saying is that, like I said, with everything I've been seeing about the Ghost when it came out earlier this year, and some of the channels I've seen talking about it, it's not worth the $300 because by the time you can actually take the Ghost and build everything up, but the first thing you're going to want to do is get rid of that coil that's rev limiting. That coil will not let that engine rev higher than, I think, 6,500 RPMs. Whereas you take the governor and everything off like a 212 or the 224, you can rev those things to 8,000-9,000 RPMs.
And what's the Ghost governed at? With the
it's 6,500.
That's it.
That's it.
Now, so my question is this: would you be able to take that off of a, say, stock 212 and replace it onto the Ghost so it's not governed at 65?
Well, I mean, the stock 212, it's already got a governor. It's got a mechanical governor on it.
Yeah.
And the regular stock 212, I think they're limited at about 5,500, maybe 6,000. Like I said, I've seen the guys, Redbeard's Garage, Cars and Cameras. They'll get rid of the governor on a 212, and they're sitting there and wrapping those engines out to 8,000-9,000 RPM.
Yeah.
Take care, Thomas.
Hey, see you, Thomas. But
Tom.
You take the billet rod, and you can put a flat top piston and the billet flywheel, and after spinning all that and putting everything back together on a 212, and of course deleting the governor and taking a low oil pressure sensor and everything else, you're about the same price, if not less, than the Ghost, and you've got a higher revving engine.
Mm-hmm.
More power.
Yeah, more power.
They adding a racing crank, a racing cam.
Nope. And
they wrapping that up to 8,000 RPM?
They're doing them with a stock crank.
Wow.
Now they might put like a little bit longer duration or a higher lift cam in them. But I mean, like I said, from what I've seen, which is what I planned on doing, because I did go and buy a 224, and my plan was to get it built up for the GPS 180 for this year. But with health issues and everything, I wasn't able to do it financially.
I'll be back in a minute, Ed.
Okay.
I'll be back in a minute. I mean, I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to just mute my mic. I got to prep something for Missy on the counter.
All right.
But
yeah, and I'm talking with the old lady, so I'm listening, but I'm just talking with the wife right now.
But like I said, I've been keeping up as far as, with the small engine. And I mean, like I said, from what I've seen price-wise, I'd be better just go buy you a 212 and buy everything aftermarket-wise, and you'll have a better running engine. I mean, get the, stiffer springs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it was Kentucky Fried that did a tear down and a review on those Ghost engines.
Yeah, I think it was.
And yeah, it's not as much of a bang for the buck as what they're putting it out to be.
No, because you're spending $300 for the engine, and then you got to spend almost another $150 for getting the exhaust and everything for it, which comes with the pulse pump and all the other stuff. So you're looking at almost $500 compared to spending, say 120 for a 212, and then you can put whatever you want in there and have a lot higher revving, more powerful engine.
Right. Then if you go over to Paul's Kart Life and get one of his heads.
Yeah. I mean, there's other shops, there's other small engine places, guys, that do all that stuff will have those heads and everything else.
Yeah, but I've been following Paul, and dude, he does some awesome work on them heads.
Yep. Oh, there's a lot of things you can do. I mean, I know Go Power Sports for $300, you can go and get a fully built race head, and that's already got the bigger valves in it, ported, polished, the springs. Already got the head cut for the copper ring.
For the fire ring, yeah.
Yeah, get that fire ring in there. Of course, you go with the copper head gasket.
Yep.
But it's kind of like what was said in the movie Mad Max: speed's the amount of money. How fast you want to go?
Yep, exactly.
I mean, look at a top fuel dragster or a funny car. How many hundreds of thousands of dollars do they have in those cars?
Mm-hmm.
Just to go for what? About 3.5 seconds?
Sometimes not even that.
I tell you what was real funny. I wound up seeing a race. It's, I think, over in Australia. There's a couple of super bikes. Both guys broke
I'm going
down
back live on here.
off the starting line. And they literally pushed them down the track.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, both guys are pushing their bikes down the track. And this was the finals.
Well, the reason why I said the 459 for the trike is because the trike is going to be heavy as hell. There's no way around it with me building that thing with as much support as I'm going to have to put in it for the rear end. That is going to be light by any means.
On something like that, go with the 670. Get you that little V-twin.
I was thinking that as well. My thing is the space is somewhat limited to the single cylinder motors unless I go with like something crazy like an opposed cylinder motor off a lawnmower and drop like a 20 horsepower OP motor on there.
Yep. The reason I'm saying that 670 is I got lucky at my local Harbor Freight. I walked in there one day and they had 2 of them sitting up that they had been returned. Okay, so customer had bought them, something went wrong or something, they sent them back in, and the store got them. I got both engines for about $850. Yeah, 2 Predator 670s for $850.
That's crazy because the 420 cost me like $600 and something after I got the warranty and shit with it.
Well, up like this, my top toolbox that I've got, it's the U.S. General 52-inch. They normally sell for $600. I got it for less than $400 because it was open box damage.
Yep.
Oh, so
because it fell off the back of a truck somewhere.
But yeah, I mean, I got a good deal on it.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, like I said, for what I got lucky to find those 2 670s, and for the price and everything, I mean, I talked to the manager, told him, I'll get them, market for $400 a piece plus tax. I'll get them. And it was like almost $850 out the door.
That's crazy.
And but hey, you might get lucky to find one of those 459s sitting in the returned area.
Yeah.
You get, you never know what the store's going to have. And that's like this. Whenever I go to Harbor Freight, that's the first area I go to see what they've got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. When I stopped up in Massachusetts before we came here, there was a Harbor Freight right down the street from my sister's house where we were staying at. So I went
you're
up there to take a walk, and there must have been about 15 normal 212s, about a dozen 212 ghosts. They had about half a dozen 420s, 454s, 670s. Man, they had so many different engines. They had them up on the top shelves of like a dozen different freaking shelves and stuff lining the walls. It's like, okay, now I know why I couldn't find any down south. You fucking northern bastards got them all up here.
All right, Raging. Yeah, you're probably right. It probably is a 56. Yeah, probably 56 double bank. I know it was almost their biggest one. I know. Okay, so 56 and it goes 72 then. Yeah,
See,
that was
and
it.
well, see, I had another motor that I'm kind of kicking myself in my ass for selling now, because I could have put that motor in there and made a straight up animal. And it was a 700cc twin cylinder fuel injected motor off of a Polaris Ranger XP.
Wow.
And it ran. There was no noises from the motor. It was actually what I was going to put in Project Igor, my cross cart that I was building. And I sold it to help move back up this ways. And now I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for selling the fucking motor.
Damn.
Yeah.
That would have been a good one to put in there.
Yeah, I probably would have fucking killed myself with it though. So
I could have kept tires on it.
no, no, not at all.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna charge my phone up in a little bit, guys. I'll be back up.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I talking about motors and engines and stuff. I actually gave the modified twin back to deck to Mark. His boy wants to go national quarter scale pulling, and rather than Mark building a whole another engine, I've been going over the rules and everything, and I have a hard enough time getting into our local weight classes to build a tractor light enough to get me into the classes and have lots of movable weight. It would probably cost me another, $6,000-7,000 on top of finishing that engine, and it just financially it wasn't feasible, at least not for the next in the next few years. So I told Mark, I said, we're a team. Let's just put this motor in. Let's get Bo. I'll be happy pit crewing on an NQS tractor. I actually get more enjoyment out of building the tractors than running them. So
Yeah.
let's just do it that way. So he's gonna finish that engine up and get it on a frame and everything for Bo. So, which is awesome. I'm glad Bo's taking an interest in it and wanting to do it and stuff.
How's Mark doing?
Doing good. Super busy. There should be signing on the house. I can't remember if he said they were signing this week or the beginning of next week.
All right.
I
didn't see him go live last night. That's why I was asking.
No, he's been super busy doing other stuff, and he's got so many engine builds and stuff, and he's trying to get the engine builds and stuff done so he can move to the new garage, which it's across the road from where he's living, but he doesn't want to have to move undone engine.
Right.
Oh, Bocce just said Mark is done with YouTube. Okay. There you go. Got it from Bocce. Mark's done with YouTube.
He said that a while back. He was going to take some time off and, not do any more live streams. And then, hey, Roadrunner. And then, hey, Shell. And then he came back, after a couple of weeks and said, well, since he had got hurt and, said I'll keep on a little while longer live, but eventually I'm gonna just put a stop to it. Yeah, he did, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, they signed in the house yesterday. I knew it was coming up. I was down there Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right in
my
there,
days
huh,
kind of
Bossy?
fled together. So I knew he said he was getting ready to sign on it. Like I said, I couldn't remember if it was yet this past week or the first of next week. So, but yeah, we'll be helping him move. So
I just bought electric clutch for my tractor.
you just what?
I bought the electric clutch for the bigger tractor just now.
Awesome.
Yep, it's nice to have a spare.
I'll be right back.
So did you hit the lottery, Jeff? You know, you're spending all this money on a welder and electric clutches and stuff like that, man. What's up?
I only had to pay for the electric clutch so far.
So far.
Yeah.
True, Bocce. It's Sunday, so yep, I'm on.
Boy, she's just amazing, ain't she?
Hey, she keeps us all straight, man. Yeah, Jeff has a new credit card. Just got one of those black cards.
No, I don't actually have the card yet.
All you need is numbers.
Yep.
It's just a piece of plastic the other way.
It's handy. I keep it right with me.
Same as a window scraper.
Hey, you can't scrape windows with that one though.
Virtual card. So is that a virtual $7,000? Not real, like the card.
Well, maybe the same. Maybe that welder will cost me the same thing as the bunch of stuff I bought off Mac Tools last week.
Hmm.
Damn, Jeff.
That costed me $0 so far.
So far.
Hmm.
Well, it started out 2 orders at 52 something each, which was the same thing. Then it went to, I called up because the card wouldn't go, the old debit card wouldn't go through online here. It kept telling me it recognized the card, but it wouldn't let it go through for some reason. So I called up and got the lady, and she messed with it, and she got it through. And then the next thing I know, I'm on my bank account, and there's 2 charges for 142. So I call them back. It's like, how come there's 2 of them? And she said something about, I don't know, they put up one, and then they put up another one, and then when it actually ships, you can go away empty-handed there, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, what's happening?
But I was looking at it, and it's like the 142, both charges disappeared, nothing come out. So I was like, how about that?
As long as this stuff shows up, that'll be fine too.
Oh yeah, it's already here.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, there's Brandon coming in. How you doing, Brandon? Like I said, Brandon went back to BS small engines. So I was telling him, Brandon, that you won't be live next weekend, but the following weekend you're going to try to for small engine Saturday night. So, and there's Bocce dropping a link to Brandon's channel. Thank you again, Bocce. Appreciate that.
I think she's trying to brown nosy up for some Girl Scout cookies. All you gotta do is go to the Honda store there and sign on the line, Brandon.
Yep. Yeah, just sign on the line.
Well, I had the same thing with a welder I bought years ago. I bought one of the Lincoln Rangers, the 250.
Mm-hmm.
I went down to pick it up, and I had 15. I had 1,200 in my hand, and I called it in because I had enough because they would only give you like so much off your debit card. So I bought
Right.
down the extra, and I called it in, and the guy was sitting there waiting, and he's like, "Okay, it's good. It went through." So I loaded the welder up, bought it home there. A couple of days later, I just looked through my bank account, and it's like, I don't see nothing on here for Praxair. What's going on? So I waited a couple more days. It never showed up. It's like, well, somebody else bought this. I didn't, obviously.
Obviously.
Oh, damn, they had a mix up or something, and you got it for free.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny because it went through. The guy down at the main office where I picked this welder up, he was sitting there watching the thing there, and it's like, yep, okay, it just went through. It's like, I don't know who it went through from or to, but
Well, years back, I went to TSC for the farm, and I had three $100 bills. Went and got everything I needed, which was like $200 and some worth of stuff. Laid the money down. Little girl picked it up, opened the cash drawer up to give me my change out. Started counting the change out. Laid all the money on top of one another. Handed it back to me.
and you being an honest guy, you gave it back to her.
Well, you could tell she was kind of new. I kind of looked at it, and I said, "Your drawer's going to be off at the end of the night." She's like, "Did I count your change back wrong?" I said, "Yeah." And I folded it up and pulled out the $300 bills and spread them apart. She literally got a tear in her eye because they have to pay that back.
Yeah, there's a lot of scumbags out there that would have pocketed that and not said nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Where was that at, Ed?
TSC. Tractor Supply.
Damn.
That was back in like the early 90s.
And she didn't realize that she put all the change and everything on top of the cash you just handed her.
She was nervous. She was nervous because a lot of people don't give that much cash, and she was holding it in her hand to make sure that she had it to put in her drawer, and started counting the change back and laid everything on top of the other one, and yeah, didn't even realize it.
And you were a nice guy to let her know.
Yes, sir. Well, I know that they have to pay that back out of their drawer if it's over or if it's under.
Right.
And I did, and if she couldn't pay it back, she'd lose her job, and
Pretty much, she would have worked it that first week for free.
Probably. I was in there all the time, and I knew him by face, not by name, and I knew she was a newer girl. I couldn't do it to her, but if it would have been one of the old hags that were like kind of bitchy and shit, yeah, I would have walked right out the door.
Yeah, you would have had no problem doing that.
Right.
How about we mutt you there, Bocce?
What's up, Eek?
Hey, Ken, how you doing, man?
Hey, Lisa.
Doug Walker said just bought a new set of closed chamber heads for his Color Command. Good choice. Closed chamber heads make a lot more power.
Yep, they sure do.
If you can go with the closed chamber heads and you get a set of flat top pistons, that's a winning combination.
Yep.
Yeah, it really burned me this morning. I went over to Home Depot because you buy like the little driver bits and like the sets. I looking around. They don't really sell them in sets no more.
Yeah, they don't sell them I haven't seen them in like the multiple size sets, but you can buy them in like 6-piece sets to where they're all the same size for the like screwdriver bits and shit.
Yeah, but I don't want like 6 of the little number 2s. I want the different sizes.
Right.
And I saw one pack that had like a couple number 2s. They had these funny Well, they're shaped funny now. They almost look like little dog bones. They had like a couple of the little magnetic ones, a couple of drill bits. I like, what was wrong with what you had?
Seen Ken's post there about him. He bought that 95 Suburban. Yeah, I seen that on Instagram, Ken.
Mhm.
That thing looks sharp, man. Real sharp. Oh, cool. Brandon was given a 3-phase converter today.
What are you seeing that?
Brandon said he was given a 3-phase
Oh, there it
converter
is
today.
up there.
Yep. And yeah, Lisa, the jewelry stores, the ladies that work in there, that work in there, they really have to be diligent because they are on camera and stuff. They can't even say,
What do you mean he's not in the panel there, Bocce? See his name right there. There's the kitchen cabinet. He's here.
Yeah.
Yep. Ed, like you're talking about that closed chamber head. Back when I was doing my dirt track racing back in the 80s, I didn't know anything about them, and I had that 70 Charger with that 383 in it, and this guy said, asked me what heads and everything I had on there. I got no idea, and he told me, to look and everything. I looked at him, got the casting number. He said, "What you need is this casting number." I said, "What's that?" He goes, "Closed chamber head," and he said it's 67 and older. Big blocks have them. I just happened to have the first car I had was the '66 New Yorker with a 440, and it had the closed chamber heads. I took them same heads. I mean, same valves and everything. And I got them redone, put them on that Charger. Oh my God, that thing got woke up.
Oh yeah. You take a set of closed chamber heads, flat top pistons, and mill them heads down, and get that compression ratio up, and they are torque monsters.
Yep. Well, all I know is for me, I took that 440 set of heads. They weren't milled. They were just, regular built for going on a street car. But the only other thing I did was I put that 440 cam in there. I don't know if it's got a higher lift or duration or whatever. I mean, I didn't know. I was, 20, 21 at the time?
Mm-hmm.
No such thing as the internet. No way to find out. I was just experimenting. Man, I tell you. Now, what was real funny, that engine, there's Johnny, that engine would really kick it on the 2-barrel. When I put the 4-barrel on it, it would stumble on its face. It had no problem running good on the 2-barrel.
Oh man, what happened?
I was pointing it to y'all so they could see y'all.
He's showing us y'all cooking.
Yep.
Oh, you unmuted me.
Yeah.
I thought it fell or something. It's in a different spot, that's for sure.
There was a bunch of noise going on, and Jeff was trying to talk, couldn't hear you.
Huh?
What?
Yep.
Yeah, back in the 80s and stuff, that's when we did a lot of our experimenting. And I mean, like you said, there was no internet. You just word of mouth or an old guy that tells you, hey, you need to do this, this, and this.
Right. And it works. I mean, and that's the only way a lot of the guys from back, then, that did racing of any kind. It's like they would just try and experiment. And if it didn't work, okay, fine, we're not doing that. Well, if you can see a difference, it's like, oh, okay, that worked. We'll keep going with that and just keep experimenting.
All right.
What you were saying, mate, that noise, what?
Oh, who was it? Doug was saying he got a new set of closed chamber heads, and talking about how when I was racing on dirt back in the 80s, I found out about getting some closed chamber heads for putting on that 383.
Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about when Johnny moved the camera, there was a bunch of noise. I'm like,
No. It was beforehand when you walked away. There was something in the background, and Jeff was trying to talk, and it was kind of hard to hear him.
well, I had muted
Huh?
myself. I had myself muted.
Well, no, you weren't muted at that time.
Oh, huh, okay.
Yeah.
Unless I hit it twice again. That happened earlier.
Yep.
Because my mouth was messing up.
All right, who's making that noise behind you?
That ain't me. That's somebody else.
Sounds like somebody's listening to a
That's Jeff.
Jeff's watching the old hit miss engines.
That's not a hit and miss. That's a mighty Kohler. Come on, Ed. I
Sounds
figure
like a
you
hit
of all
miss.
people would know that.
That's a sick cold.
That was the old 321.
Got the flu.
Ed, did you see the private chat?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay, Bocce. Thank y'all for muting it. I thought I had muted it. Because every time I get up out of this chair, I mute my mic.
Yeah, I see that.
Not me.
Hey.
I sit here and make distractions.
How's it going, East Coast Ken?
Yeah. So, but yeah, back on the Pro Mod engine. Like I said, I did give that back to Mark, but never fear. I do have a 25 horse stock block, and most all the parts to put it together. So we may be putting another 25 together. So don't know yet. I got a couple different options. I got a diesel engine I can drop in a tractor. Just
Oh, you want to get out there and roll some coal, huh?
Something different.
By the way, did you ever figure out what it was that caused the rear end to go out on Plan B?
Torque. That's it.
Too much of that right foot.
Yep.
I didn't know if it was something that just over time or what it was.
Yeah.
He's got to wear smaller shoes.
We've had that tractor now for over 10 years. Pulled on and off for the first few years, and then of course I put it on methanol, and that kind of kicks everything up. And I had never ever been into that rear end of that tractor. Didn't know what's in it for gears. Don't know what it was in for. He said it. The guy said it was a dirt rear end, but it's not. It's a Pinto. Same concept, but so I don't I don't know what the lash was on it. I don't know if how it was.
Yeah, so you never got into it, so you never really had a need to check to make sure everything was, the clearance and everything was set correct on it.
Right. But so I know it's in little reds, so that's why I pulled the whole transmission out, put that in Plan B, and of course never got to test it because the weather sucked. Then it got cold, and if you know anything about methanol don't like to run when it's cold, so
no,
we just winterized them and said to heck with it, and we'll pour back out in the spring.
Yep. All right, see you, Bill.
See you, Bill. Thanks for stopping by, man.
So pulling season's all over with for y'all, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Outdoors over for us. They did have two other ones after the last scheduled pull, but in the morning when we would have been leaving, it would have been down in the 50s, and it just
And y'all had the problem last time it was that cold.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They don't run right. They like to overfuel, and it ain't worth blowing head gaskets and possibly breaking rods and stuff. So.
And someone had asked me, I was talking to them the other day, and someone had asked me, I said, I don't remember. And they were asking, when y'all doing that, is there a cash prize for winning? Or what all do you get for winning?
On the normal, a 50-cent ribbon. But the club we've been pulling with, they have been doing 50% paybacks, for the top placing tractors, which takes three tractors to make a class at $10 a hook. That's $30. So you basically get your hook fee back, like $15 for first, $10 for second, $5 for third.
I was just wondering, besides a nice little 20-cent trophy, or is it 25 cents?
What's that?
I said besides that 20-cent trophy, or is it 25 cents?
25-cent ribbon. It's not even a trophy.
You don't even get a trophy. Damn.
And you're right, Brandon. Yes, the meth heads do run when it's cold. You get them fired up. So, all right, y'all. It's been the hour. It's my allotted time for the week. So,
okay. See you next week then.
Bye, Jeff.
All right.
Oh, he's gonna hang around. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all stopping in, and we'll catch you on the next
one. Were you
one.
in a hurry to get rid of me?
No. Want you to
drop
around.
out.
Yeah, we want you to stick around. All right, everybody. As always, love, peace, and crackling. Catch y'all later. Bleach out.
See y'all.
See ya.
There. Now Jeff left. See y'all.